The Quiksilver Pro on the Gold Coast of Australia, Griffin Colapinto, the rookie from San Clemente, taking on a former world champ and local boy as Parko sends us to get things started. Down the line, Griffin Colapinto looking to keep up the heat that he threw down in round one. Climb to a wrap into a huge closeout section, throwing everything at it, but he goes down. Griffin already swinging for the fences against one of the biggest names of the sport, Joel Parkinson.
So Griffin knows what he's up against. Here we go.
Colapinto, wave number 2 against Parko. Has had a ton of speed down the line. Nowhere to put it. He hops out.
I want to know what round 2 is like, Joe.
Now making a move deep, back in the pit, local boy, Joel Parkinson. Had a feeling he'd be taking this approach on his favorite wave on tour. Short drive from his home. Parko is up there, Taj Burrow, Mark Akalupo, these legends welcoming Griffin to the tour as we check out Parko's last.
Yeah, well, Joel, not to be outdone as far as the tube riding goes. Double section. A little bit of a crumbly exit, so not as clean an exit as Griffin, so I'm not seeing it go as high, Joe. But just, you know, if you ever wonder if Joel is fired up for this year.
A lot of movement now, priority with the rookie Colapinto. Late takeoff, air drops into the pit. Spit behind him, Colapinto comes out. Getting the entry in super late and coming flying free. Parko just had to watch the Grom take off. My goodness, we love it because this is going to be the theme pots next 2 heats. A rookie versus a former world champ. So Griffin versus Joel. Next is De Souza versus Carmichael. Let's take a look.
Oh, free fall drop and pulls straight into it. What positioning that was. Joel Parkinson was having a close look at it. Griffin with priority, deciding to utilize that, and what a beautiful wave for the rookie on tour. Kind of felt like he was at backdoor pipeline there for a minute, which he's done well at before. Have a look at this. A free fall drop, unbelievable technique to pull up underneath the hook and just get absolutely barreled. So Griffin on his way to a great score straight away, and is going to put a lot of pressure on Joel Parkinson. Beautiful shot from the drone. I love that entry into the wave. There's a couple of different ways you can do it, Joe. You can sort of hug that rail into the face of the wave and knife it down the face and pull in.
As staying there for a whole season, good friends with the Moniz brothers that push each other so hard. Griffin up again. Big first turn, draws out a carve on the second decision. Little climb to get out front. Beautiful composure so far. Now a little inside corner to play with. Takes the high road, just a call for the jet ski. Wave previous for Griffin, 4.0.
Looking for a certain kind of wave, isn't he? Griffin, a smart move here just to keep the ball rolling. Keep that momentum going. That board looks really good under his feet, Joe. And just building his points. So Griffin building on that 4.0, dropping a 5.43. So Joel Parkinson after his 5.5, looking for an 8.01, which is an excellent score, which is what Griffin got.
Deeper up the point is Parko on his last turn as he's out. See if had anything major before that. 24 on the clock. Sally Fitzgibbons, number 89. We thought was for you, Potts, but it was actually dedicated.
Well, she actually called me and asked if she could use
that. Yeah. Watching Griffin now. Hard off the bottom. Chip off the lip, and he's down. So he improved from his low score of a 4 to a 5.43.
You know, just to keep building, just to keep trying to add points on the board.
Parko deep, already a quick vision, but too deep. He had to kick out of that closeout section. Love seeing Parko do his thing behind the rock.
You know, at the end of the day, you just want to ride a board that you have fun riding, and it's easy to ride, and you can just you know, not worry about a board sliding out or not going fast enough or anything. It's just something that it's there and stuff, and I think that's what I found, and yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot.
You know, we've got Griffin Colapinto in the water. Obviously, he trains with yourself and Snake. So how fun is it to see the way that he's performing, and how do you guys push each other?
Yeah, it's sick. I hope he makes this heat. He has a gnarly heat, but...
Looking at a 3-point score, what he needs instead of an 8+ number. Back to this one. Foam on the face for Parko. Opens wide. Sneaks out to get the completion. Back out in front, then back into the pit with that tail stall. Low road exit again. There's that famous Forehand sweep for Parko. All the style in the world. 2 barrel sections and the forehand hook to better a 3.9. He's been patient waiting for this inside wall to grow. There's the roundhouse. Poetry in motion when he lays that rail down, and he'll kick his way out back on the ski. 16 on the clock.
It's powerful. Right here. Whack! I mean, that was a pedal to the metal. Going for a little bit of innovation and just fading out the back of the wave. So, whoa, look at this. Oh,
bomb drop for Griffin. He's deep. This wave spits everything out, and Griffin makes it. Will he get credit for the completion and a miracle exit for the rookie?
Wow, look at this. Very similar to the first 8.07 that he got. And then this thing just unloads onto the sandbank. Deep inside the beast. That thing is just detonating on the bank, exploding, and now all that air that's trapped inside has to escape somewhere. And it spits its insides out and almost spat Griffin out with it. Is that a complete ride, Joe?
I think the judges will deem it incomplete.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
But it was so perfect. You want to give credit to what he did in there.
It's amazing how he got as far as he did, because you know, with that free fall drop, you land and turn and you have very little speed. So then positioning becomes so important, because once that lip hits the water, all this white water rushes up the face of the wave, and that's what takes you down. But Griffin managing to negotiate all of that.
Smith is coming up at the end of this round as we take a look at this wave. Big whip off the top. Parko finally back into the lineup. Getting that front side whip on the open face and a solid finish down the line, throwing it vertically. Can still see the intent from the local boy, former world champ, of trying to come back in this heat.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. It's a smart thing that Joel's done. He's listening to the beach commentary. They're telling him what he needs, how much time he's got left. So now he's just going back to basics, going to what has got him this far in the first place. Big, solid turns. So scores dropping for Joel right now, Joe. It's just not enough. So back to the drawing board for the former champ.
10 seconds. Griffin Colapinto's profile is exploding every time he puts a jersey on. He sent John to round 2. Now he's taken Joel Parkinson, a local favorite, out of the contest. 8.07 and a 5.43. Griffin meets Kanoa Igarashi and Julian Wilson in round 4.